Hello and welcome to this week's video. Due to the current fuel prices just getting absolutely ridiculous, I've decided to try and stay as local as possible this week. So come up onto my local Quantock Hills to do a bit of a vlog this week. So just going to go for a bit of a walk around, see what we can see. So this week's video, to do something a little bit different this week, I've set myself a bit of a challenge. Not sure how it's going to pan out, but I'm in the woodland, as you can see. Normally with the woodland shots I would just use my 24-80 lens, give me quite a wide angle view. But today I've put a 300 prime on, so I'm fixed focal length, 300mm, shooting handheld in the woodland. Obviously if there's any wildlife around it's going to work out perfectly, but that's not necessarily what this is about. This is seeing what shots I can get just using the 300mm, and how I'll have to think a little bit differently than on my normal woodland trips. As anybody that's watched my channel, you know, I do a fair bit of woodland photography, and woodland photography is all about making sense out of chaos. Going on your surroundings and what you're seeing directly in front of you, picking a subject out. But obviously, because I've today got the 300mm on, I'm having to look beyond, away from what's in front of me, and trying to pick out aspects off in the distance, bit of light, something that's lighting up off in the distance, an odd shape, anything like that, you know, that's sort of giving me something to focus on. I'm going to struggle to talk you through any sort of compositions today, but what I'll do is I'll put the images up as I take them, give you as much of a description as I can. I've just taken a shot looking down through a row of trees. The sunlight was lighting up on some trees off in the distance, so the foreground in the trees was dark and moody, and then there was a bit of light off in the distance that was pulling you through into that shot. So similar sort of concept to composition for if I had the wider angle lens on. It's just I'm looking off into the distance, and obviously the 300mm is compressing the scene, so it just gives a different view to what a wide angle lens would. Conditions are actually quite nice for this today, because although it is overcast, there are the odd breaks of light. It's brightening up, and every now and again you're getting areas of light breaking through into the trees. so it's just focusing your eye on certain areas. Yeah, it's quite a nice. I've not actually been to this area before, and it's actually very nice. The other thing, because I'm shooting today with a fixed focal length of 300mm, I'm having to be a bit more selective, and moving around, not just sort of using the telephoto zoom to frame up the shot how you want to. I'm having to either reposition myself, move further away, whatever, to frame up a shot as I would like to. So what I may try and do is, when I do put these photos up, because I can't talk you through compositions, because obviously where I'm shooting off in the distance, the Osmo Pocket won't pick up that. So I may either try and do a bit of video footage on the camera that I'll include, or I'll just try and talk you through the shots when I put them up. Okay, with this shot, I was sort of picking up and focusing on this brighter area here with this tree at an angle, just breaking up the chaos at the back. And we've got this pathway leading us into the scene. So with the long lens on, it's compressing the scene. Just so many trees that are down from the recent winds a few weeks back. But yeah, you know, whole trees just uprooted and brought down just for the power of the wind. Okay, this area's proving challenging. Logic tells me, with the composition I'm seeing here, with this sort of bit of a tuft of moss here, with a bit of a tree, you call it a lone tree if you like, in the middle of this pond. You've got that fallen tree behind. Light's coming through quite nice. Logic is telling me chuck the 24mm on and get the shot. I'm not going to do that. I'm way too close here with the 300, so I'm going to have to make my way up through there somewhere and see if I can get an angle to get this shot with the 300 on. So let's do it. Let's see what we can get. So I've hunted around this general area here, just trying to get an angle to get that shot, but struggling really, because I could do with getting a bit more height, and where I can get height I'm losing the view through. So yeah, I've got a couple of shots, but like I say, the shot really is closer up with a 24mm. So maybe one to plan for the future sometime. Okay, this is another shot that's proven to be a bit of a challenge, trying to get down in here. I'll just zoom in slightly. There's a group of silver birch trees, and just picking up on them, but to try and get an angle position that it works, it's very difficult. But anyway, I have got a position here that I'm shooting. I'm a good sort of 30, 40 meters away, I guess. But there's a couple of trees that are in the foreground here that are obviously out of focus because of the focal length I'm shooting at, and then those birch trees off in the distance, just waiting for the light to catch up on them again. I'm also shooting now. I've dropped the aperture now down to f4 to give myself a nice shallow depth of field, and that is just then making that little group of birch trees, beech trees stand out. So this is getting a bit frustrating at times because I'm now stuck with this 300mm on, which is working. It's working. I'm getting some nice, interesting shots. But I'm just seeing so many other options with the wider angle lens. I think I'm definitely going to be coming back and doing this bit of a walk again. It's got plenty of potential. So be prepared. You're going to see this location again in the next few weeks, but with a wider angle and shooting some standard woodland photography. This area been particularly hit by the winds. Absolute carnage with the trees down. So this fallen tree caught my eye. Just the way the root structure was there, just leaning and coming out the ground. It's not completely gone over. It's got some nice detail in the trunk of the tree there, and by using the wide aperture again, softening the background, used a bit of post-processing just to bring out the detail in the trunk of the tree. This tree just grabbed my attention because I thought the bottom of it here looked like a claw just been put to the ground with its talons just sticking out. So yeah, it was obviously taken with a 300mm off in the distance, just a bit of light catching on it. Anything like this just catches your eye. So I've got the background just softened around the edges just to highlight the detail in this claw in the middle of the scene. Getting some quite nasty showers now and again, but the light is actually really nice now. You're just getting that broken light coming through, just softened a bit by the cloud, but there's enough light to make it directional, but it's not harsh, it's not direct, and it's not overpowering. So yeah, just picking up. There's a shot, spin the camera around. There's a shot I'm just doing now that I'm picking up on these trees down here, picking up the light. So I've just moved around to get a bit of separation, and just getting them. Yeah, it looks quite nice again in the camera. So I'll put this one up, let you have a look.
This probably turned out to be my favourite shot of the day. Absolute chaos with all the trees behind, but then this silver birch here in the centre, just standing out on its own and just breaking the scene up. Got this sort of group of trees here that are sharp on the left hand third, again here, group of trees on the right hand third that are sharp on the same plane as that central tree there, which is just highlighting and pulling your eye towards it.
Okay, all in all, been quite enjoyable. Something a bit different. Success on a couple of counts. Got some nice shots with the 300, which I was wondering what I was going to get. Not the sort of general scenario that I would use the 300 lens and be on a fixed focal length. But it's given me some interesting challenges, interesting shots, and also quite liking this location. So yeah, all in all, good positive day. So please, if you like what you're seeing, please check out some of my other videos and hit that subscription button and the notification bell to keep up with the latest content. Give the thumbs up if you enjoying the video, that'd be much appreciated, and drop me a comment down below. So it's great to hear from you. So till next time, thanks again for watching. Take it easy.